a team leader could have the ability and motivation to lead his staff really well. However, if the role design means spending much of his time managing or helping employees to perform their own tasks, they lack the ability to take a leadership role effectively. Frontline performance analysis was conducted through interviews, surveys and focus groups, and identified vulnerabilities in each of these areas. In terms of ability, there were issues related to communicative ability, modeling of appropriate behavior and performance management, planning and technical knowledge. TLS also said that they were attracted by the positions that had put emphasis on teamwork, communication and development versus others, a view of the role that was repeated in interviews by the other 3 team leaders. One of Marua wrote TLS has also headed a delivery office, demonstrating the success of leadership development. Finally, a post-DIS survey also found a positive perception of the workplace compared to previous industries, particularly in terms of communication, teamwork and team leader responsiveness, as well as individual support. In contrast to the relatively strong conflicts that were observed in the early days, ranging from disputes over parking garages and which radio stations should be played to impending legal and labor law measures, petitions to change management decisions, etc., the managers were able to do so to deal constructively with difficult issues such as bonus objectives, both through union channels and through focus groups of employees. The supply business has played a key role in ensuring that standard operations are implemented on a daily basis. The changing nature of the business also posed increasing challenges in areas such as adjusting resources to daily fluctuating mail volumes, managing work budgets, labor relations issues, and the performance and commitment of the workforce. They had to address issues arising from different types of mail, new products, and new initiatives, and they had to be flexible enough to respond to and meet the demands of an increasingly diversified workforce. The double challenge of globalization, of competition, and of the global economic downturn has increasingly forced companies to undertake self-observation, not only in terms of their cost structures, but also in terms of their value proposition in the search for sustainable corporate success. Given the limited impact that organizations generally have on their external environments, organizations are increasingly focusing on identifying internal constraints that prevent rapid response to market challenges and opportunities, and identifying the measures needed to address these issues are most important. The study confirmed the robustness of the PO framework used and demonstrated its managerial value for a detailed analysis of the company's position in terms of the various high-performance factors associated with business success. The context of the study outlined above is important for understanding the dynamics that exist to be sensitive to management behavior. Year 2009. Zkument 2003 states that exploratory research pursues 3 goals: to diagnose the current situation, to evaluate alternative possibilities, and to generate new ideas. The case study described in this article therefore aims to identify the current level of performance of Security Limited, consider alternatives to current organizational practices and behaviors, and generate recommendations to promote high performance in the organization. There's no doubt, therefore, that the use of an instrument such as that described in this study will allow managers to identify weaknesses in their organizations and to provide sufficient detailed information to address the issue of what remedies are appropriate and desirable. In future studies, researchers should therefore agree in advance with the management that they will have access to members of the organization to develop a more complete picture of the status of the organization. Another limitation is that the number of responses was insufficient to reliably analyze the results and situations of different subgroups and sites in the case company. For years, the company had offered a range of programs, including performance management, coaching, influencing, communications, relationship management, and programs designed specifically for frontline leadership, but these alone did not provide lasting performance improvements across the board. Instead, it was decided to systematically design and implement a framework for a best practice delivery process. In order to leverage the support of senior management, an accreditation process was also introduced to uniquely identify the final stages and identify measurable results. Goal was therefore conceived as a comprehensive but integrated program, based on a clear analysis of the problem and careful implementation. The second problem that emerges from the diagram is that Siemens promotes measures that increase employee productivity on a personal level. The best measures an organization can take to measure its performance must include the measurement of individual performance. The third element that emerges from the diagram is that the organization uses many measures to promote high performance. The application of scientific management principles in the company adjusts the method to eliminate their weaknesses. Siemens focuses on the individual strengths and interests of its employees. The performance management systems at Siemens are all geared to the individual employee. Each employee has a unique performance profile that has been developed through a variety of performance metrics that make up Siemens' high-performance culture. The RAND Corporation is a former military think tank that has conducted hundreds of human dimension studies of organizational life since World War II.